I'm sure you've heard it before. Time is money. It's pointless to dispute, right? Because there is an obvious relationship between time and money that has existed as long as money has existed. But have you ever thought about the underlying truth this statement implies? Or better yet, omits? Understanding the true relationship between time and money is key to maximizing both. Let's analyze this statement by first examining the order of the words in the phrase. Time is money. This implies time is like money, but subtly suggests money is the superior of the two because it is stated in the latter position. What do I mean by that? Consider these statements. He's like LeBron James on the court. My 2-year-old is a baby Einstein. When it comes to computers, she is Bill Gates. In all of these metaphors, the first thing mentioned is being described as similar to the latter. But it would be silly to think that the speaker is asserting the former thing being compared is superior to the latter. Even if the former person or thing being compared does achieve a higher level of greatness, they are still second to their predecessor who did it first. This by default makes the latter superior. So now, applying this rationale to our original statement about money, the assertion that time is money implies time is like money, but money is the greater of the two because it is stated second. This is false. For one, money did not come into existence before time. And two, time, not money, is greater in one of the most fundamental attributes that matters. The reason money is not greater than time is simple. Time is more valuable than money. There are many ways to define value: intrinsic value, sentimental value, and one we are all familiar with, monetary value. In economic theory, the law of supply and demand generally explains the interaction between buyers and sellers in a market, the price they are willing to accept, and the quantity each is likely to prefer at that price. Using this concept, a conclusion can be drawn that the greater the supply of something, the lesser it is valued, and the lesser the supply, the more it is valued. The inverse is true for demand. The more people want something, the more it is valued, and the lesser people want it, the lesser it is valued. We all want both more time and more money, right? So few would argue that for most people, the demand for both of these is high. The insight comes from looking at the available supply of each. Time cannot be created or reclaimed once it is gone. There are only 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week, and 365 days in a year. This makes time extremely valuable for each of us because it is in short supply. This is not the case for money. Money is earned and spent in a constant cycle. Furthermore, the government can print trillions of dollars at the drop of a dime as it sees fit. This indicates one key thing: that unlike time, money is not in limited supply. So, if time is of limited supply while money is not, and time is also more valuable, then you have to ask, what is the true value of money? The reality is, money in itself has no value. Simply put, it is a medium of exchange between one thing of value for another thing of value. Therefore, its true value can only be derived from what it is exchanged for. Most of us are fortunate enough to exchange our time for money at an average rate of about 40 hours per week to receive paychecks, which we then conveniently use for things we need and want. There's nothing necessarily wrong with this. It's how society functions. It only becomes a problem when we constantly exchange our most valuable asset, which is time, for depreciating assets, i.e., things that consistently lose value. After years and years of this constant negative cycle, we end up with very few things of real value, yet little money and little time left to make up for it. Trading something of greater value, in this case our time, for something of lesser value is called getting a raw deal. Stop getting a raw deal. Stop living thinking time is money. Be conscious of the fact that your time is more valuable than money will ever be. Guard your time and use it wisely. Use your hard-earned money as seed to create and attract more money for yourself. And as it grows, you will realize time is not money. It never was. Money is time.